We're back. It's the weekly Noticias. Yes, we're back, Chris. They've let us out.
We're back. I never left, but yeah, we're back.
Some of us are back.
I'm not back. I'm here.
You're here for the first time. We're back. It's the weekly Noticias. That was the clash. Should I stay or should I go? And of course, you have to stay. The weekly Noticias is live and uncut. Krystyna, are you okay with that?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. It's a sort of a language exchange show, Jordi.
Yes.
Okay. You're okay with that?
Muchas gracias.
Okay, we try to help our listeners and normally our Spanish comedian that's not with us this week improve his English.
Okay.
And or Spanish, and we even throw in some Catalanish each week.
Thank you very much.
It's true, Jordi didn't speak a word of English before listening to this show. Just want to point that out.
Well, we're going to have to test him on that. It's a game show, but it's very hard to win points, Krystyna, okay?
Yeah, I know. I'm German. I want to make that point. I'm not.
Okay, you're German.
So.
Well, there aren't any rules apart from the rules I make up as I go along. And we try to have 7 words, don't we, Chris, after the 7th round?
We do try. Sometimes we get 8.
Sometimes we get 8, and each team has to make the best sentence out of the 7 words. Correct, John?
Well, that is correct. Although it doesn't have to be a sentence, it can be much, much longer, I think.
Well, that's probably your
There's a rule change.
Okay, I'm the host, Tim Parfitt. I've got some great people in the studio with me this week. You've heard some of them already. On my right, in his normal chair, is the great British comedian resident here in Barcelona. He's off to the Edinburgh Fringe next week.
I'm off to the Edinburgh Fringe on August the 10th is our first show.
Yeah, but you're leaving Spain.
I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
On a jet plane.
Just to get in the mood.
Get ramped up.
In the mood for it, you know.
Yeah,
good.
He's the man with the perfect looks for radio. Welcome, Chris Groves.
Hey.
On Chris's team this week is a professional translator. So maybe he can translate some of your inane jokes, Chris. He's also a digital communications consultant, a radio presenter in his own right. He's often presenting cultural, business, political and current affairs programs. And he was actually born in Islington to a Swedish mother and Catalan father. Is that correct?
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's 1 point to you.
1 point to me. Please welcome Jordi Vilanova.
Thank you very much.
Let's see if we can get in some Swedish Islington trivia this week. Okay. On my left this week. On my left this week, substituting our regular Comedy Central comedian, although I'm sure you're going to be just as funny, John, he's the very talented scriptwriter from the UK, a wordsmith. He's a genius wordsmith. Resident here for God knows how long have you been resident in?
Quite a long time now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long?
14 years.
14.
Coming up, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a regular on the Weekly Noticias. Please welcome John Groves.
Thank you very much. And I'd just like to say it's a real honour to fill the large seat of Xavi, and I'll do my best.
Yeah. I'm sure Xavi is delighted you're in his seat.
Last week I was a guest. This week I'm a
You've done
team
all
captain.
roles.
I wonder what's going to happen next week.
You've done all roles, haven't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I get promoted as well?
Only if you behave, Jordi, and at the moment it doesn't seem that that's the case. On John's team, we're honoured to have a broadcast journalist based here in Barcelona, covering Spain for German and English media. She also has her own communications and translations company, Communicat. Yeah,
Yes.
That's a great name. And you're the co-founder of Blue Sky Productions, an international service production company. You've been doing a shoot today, I believe. Yeah?
Yes, with Mala Rodriguez. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice rapper.
And that went well?
Yeah, it went very well. She was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, good sport.
And you've written several books as well, biographies.
Yes. Well, there was interview books.
Interview
Yes,
books.
yes, and
Please
different
welcome Krystyna Schreiber.
I think our guests might be a bit overqualified. Shall we swap places?
We got some great guests this week, hey? Huh? John,
Yeah.
Chris?
We certainly have.
Yeah?
We have.
Okay, you're also going to hear occasional sounds from my 2 net yes and no assistants. One says this, don't you? No! That's the no one. And the other says... Oh, yes. And they help to keep the contestants in their seats. We use buzzers and bells going off, lots of odd sounds. And you can follow us on all the social media, but we're going to go straight to round 1.
Straight to round 1.
Straight to round
Let's
1.
get in.
There's normally a noise
Start
when we
with
go
round
straight
1.
to
There it is.
It's quite an easy round, Jordi. It's about people in the news, why they're in the news. You just have to give me some clues or tell me the right answer, and you might get a point. First person in the news, anyone can answer. Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7. Why is he in the news?
Going to China, right?
No.
I wish you did.
They have, I think
How wrong can you be?
I think he'd announced that he would like to be a guest on the weekly Noticias.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but Tim doesn't pay well enough.
Look, I'm actually going to take a point away from your
There we
team
go.
already. Chris.
Minus points already. That's one.
I mean, to bring up the finance already, I just think that is below the belt. Cristiano Ronaldo is not going to China, no, nor have I asked him to be a guest. Hey, John, can you help out on this?
He'd be a bit underqualified to be a guest, I think, wouldn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Yeah. Come on, why
He's
is he in
going
the news?
somewhere. He's going to.
He's already gone.
He's
Where's he
going
gone?
to. I'll get the point back. He's going to Juventus. He's gone to Juventus.
I was going to say
right.
that.
Excellent.
But he did say he made some snide comment.
He's going to China.
No, he made it
Allegedly,
on holiday.
Supposedly on holidays. Well, that's true. But that's why he's in the news.
he's.
He was already in Juventus. We already know that. That's not news.
I like it. That's a point.
That was
Take it.
today's go news.
Yeah.
I can see this is going to be a complicated program. John.
Just points, more
Can you
points.
please keep your team member in order? Okay.
Nope.
The real answer. So nobody's got a point yet. Cristiano Ronaldo has gone to Juventus. Okay. Did you say that, Chris?
I
Yes.
didn't say that. That was.
That's a point for us.
Okay, you're going to get half a point. How much did they pay for him? And
A lot.
Has he declared any of it? They paid £99 million. Yeah?
You think they'd go the
Oh,
extra
that's-
one, wouldn't they?
That's
Just
an
round it
insult,
up.
isn't it? That is-
Okay,
that's
quick
like-
bonus point. How old is Cristiano Ronaldo?
29.
Nope.
36.
32.
Nope.
14.
33.
33. He made the point. He made the comment now that players his age normally go to China and all these places, no? Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. he
That's
said.
actually, yeah, okay, fair enough. You get a half point. He did say players of my age go to China or Qatar. So coming to such an important club at this stage in my career makes me very happy. That's what he said.
He's still not the most expensive, though. He wants to be the most expensive, and he's not. Which must got to hurt.
Who is the most expensive?
Neymar was one of them,
Yeah.
but something might have happened since then. Was it
Right.
Neymar?
For rolling around at the World Cup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
extra for that.
He gets the Oscar.
Where is Juventus based? Anyone for a quick bonus point?
I think it's in Juventus. No?
No. Where
Just on the
is-
outskirts
Where? Come on.
of.
Just north of Turin.
Well done.
Very good.
Very good.
Excellent point there. Okay, who went on strike in protest over the amount of money spent on Ronaldo? Krystyna?
No idea. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't go on strike?
No, I
some-
mean, I would go on strike actually where anybody gets paid for playing football, running after a ball. Like,
You didn't enjoy the World Cup by the...
no, of course not. Germany was, gone, and everybody was gone, and only Vive la France was left over.
You
So
should
that
be like
was,
us, where you get thrown out, you just keep enjoying it. You get used to it. You're too used to winning, that's the problem.
It
more
did,
British.
The English like the World Cup. Well, they liked it this time round. And Sweden, how did they get on, Jordi, for a quick point?
I don't know.
They lost to England.
They did.
Did
Yeah,
they?
they lost to England,
They
so-
lost to England.
Okay, so yes, Ronaldo has gone to Juventus, and Juventus have their eye on what other than Ronaldo?
Getting the workers back in?
The Champions League.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
And the reason I asked who was on strike, the people that went on strike were Fiat, the car workers. Yeah,
It's a mistake, though, isn't it?
Really? Yeah.
right.
Well, no, because the owners of Juventus are the owners of Fiat, so they're spending huge amounts of money on the football player
And the car
and,
workers went
cutting
on
down
strike.
their wages.
Yeah, we're going to give Geordie half
That's
a point for that.
that's
Okay.
really,
And okay, a little bit more trivia. Once the deal had been announced and Ronaldo was confirmed going to Juventus, how many shirts were sold in one day of Cristiano?
38,000
38. No.
million.
Christina, come on, have a guess.
One.
only if
One.
he's half naked on it, then I'd bet 38,000. If not, one.
No,
And I didn't buy it.
You're not a Ronaldo fan, are you?
No,
It was
not at
none.
all. Not at all.
Unless
he's
he's
terrible.
naked.
It was none
Half
because
naked.
they
Half
weren't
naked.
ready, were they? They'd gone
Okay.
on strike and they hadn't made any shirts.
None of you.
He didn't get his Fiat 500 either.
No, they sold 520,000 shirts.
There you are.
Juventus shirts or Barca or
Juventus-
Madrid shirts or Barca shirts?
Just
Juve-
shirts.
Chris,
that was
shirts.
in Turin. They sold that many shirts that day.
Chris.
Even more trousers.
That's why you pay so much money for football, as long as people keep paying for that.
Well,
crap, you know? It's just running after a ball. I repeat it. Just, visualize it. We have people drowning in the Mediterranean. We have people running after a ball. And
We weren't
paying them
expecting this question to be quite
millions.
controversial.
No, it's not controversial. It's just,
520,000 shirts they sold in one day, okay?
Amazing.
And how many more new social media followers did they get just because Ronaldo's gone to Juventus? Anyone?
520,000.
No,
5
that's the
million.
shirts,
It's
Chris.
free with the shirt. You get
5
membership.
million.
Okay, 4 million.
5 million. Well, I said 1
Yeah,
million.
okay, we're going to give you a half a
Thank
point,
you.
despite you not liking football or Ronaldo.
Yeah, sure. That's why I should get half a point.
Okay, well done. That's the end of the Ronaldo questions. Somebody else is in the news for something linked to football.
I know this one.
Who? What?
Usain
Jordi, go.
Bolt.
I didn't say who he was.
No,
No,
I
I
just
thought that
said
was a
it.
question.
It was me. I said
Let's call
it.
the whole thing
Okay,
off.
all right. Well, I'll give you a point for Usain Bolt. Who is
For
Usain
me saying Bolt.
Bolt? Yeah, but who is he?
Bolt
Usain.
is-
He runs for a living, or he ran for a living.
Very good.
No,
He
it's a
is
Disney character.
An Olympic champion, and he's now going to play for who?
He's now going to play for an Australian team called the Aussie Mariners.
Is that serious?
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
I think so.
Have
No,
we
I was
checked-
concentrating on the
What's he
accent. I thought you were
gonna
talking about the accent.
He's going to play
It was
football.
something.
Okay.
He's going to play
fishing.
Has
soccer.
he been
Soccer.
signed? Has he been signed?
Socceroo.
No, he's on a trial to see how he's doing, if he can keep up the running bit.
Is this a Swedish Islington Australian accent?
That's right, mate.
Okay, you get a
Call
point.
me Bruce.
You get a point for that. Next in the who's in the news is emojis.
Okay, this is the new Chris Groves emoji that they're bringing out, the Groji.
The Groji.
Just
What is a Groji?
it's a
Chris?
slightly miserable looking face.
Yeah. Is it a,
That's it, just with like shrugging shoulders.
Is it a pile of poo with a beard?
a Groji? That's quite a good one. I have to say, Chris, that's a very good one. Unfortunately, that's not the right answer. Why? What emoji's in the news? Krystyna?
Anniversary.
It was Emoji Day.
Very, very good. A point to Chris and John.
Hashtag emoji day.
It was World Emoji Day, and when were emojis invented?
1999.
Very good, excellent, and
10 years after the wall came down.
exactly, very, very good. Are they
is that-
related to that? Oh, we're going to give you half a point for. Can anybody relate emojis to the Berlin Wall coming down? Beforehand? Chris, yeah.
Yes.
They
Excellent.
were
Tina, sorry.
Okay, they were invented in Japan in 1999, and over the past decade, these tiny symbols have become an integral part of the digital language all over the world, Chris. And now they've got the Kroji in there as well, no?
Groji.
The Groji, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you some...
Might I add for half a point that Apple released a new set of emojis yesterday
Yeah.
on World Emoji Day.
Right, and how do you know that wasn't going to be part of my question?
I was hoping for an
You're not
extra
allowed
half
to
a point.
You can't come up with your own stuff.
You can't preempt the questions. I wasn't going to be a question, but I'm going to give you a half a point for
But
that.
they put a face on anything, don't they? As long as it's got a face.
I want...
Poo as well has a face.
You know, Chris has got a face.
But everything's got a... If poo's got a face, everything's got a face.
What do you mean poo's got a face?
The Apple Animoji
Yeah.
is going to put face tracking technology to put an emoji on anything with a face, and it will redo your facial gestures on that thing as long as it's got a face
Do they make
and
money
a
from
pile of poo.
emojis?
Expect so.
I mean, is there money in emojis?
I'm sure there must
Money
be.
in
They've
every-
got
Otherwise
to
they
pay
wouldn't-
them.
Well, they
wouldn't
made
they?
a whole movie about
They would go on
emojis,
strike,
so,
did they,
so
if they
there
weren't
must be
paid?
money in
Money
it.
in
I
that.
missed the emoji movie.
I saw that
Was it
emoji
good?
movie.
Yeah,
It's
you've
actually
got
funny.
Chris has got kids.
Yeah, I had to see
I've got
emojis.
kids too, but I don't think they've seen the emoji
no,
movie.
yeah,
What
I saw
certificate
that.
is it?
What do you mean
It's an
certificate?
18, I
what's-
think.
is it-
All
is it
ages.
Some of
It's
those
all
emojis
ages.
are-
Okay, so it's like
Wars-
PG.
the war
Yeah, it's
Mate,
all
toast
ages,
code.
Parental
harmless.
guidance, yeah.
Okay, my question actually about the emojis was not you've got a point for saying it was World Emoji Day, but I want somebody to define where the word comes from, and I've got some emoji trivia. Anyone?
It's a combination of emo and gin, which
No.
they cut
No, but
down.
No, it doesn't actually. Some people think it's to do with the English word emotion, emoticon, but it's not. It turns out the resemblance of the word emotion is a complete coincidence. The name comes from the Japanese words e, meaning picture, and moji, meaning character. There you go. Not a lot of people
Picture
know that.
character.
Incredible.
Okay, now I want you to tell me, what is the most popular emoji used?
The Groji now are going to be.
Groji.
Which one?
Both.
Groji.
No, it's not, Chris. It's not.
It will be. It will be, Tim. It will be.
One day it will be, but today, what is it? Come on, very quickly.
Pile of poo.
No, it's not. No, it's the face with tears of joy. What's the second one?
Pile of poo.
No, it's the smiling face with heart eyes. What is the third one? And if you say pile of poo again, you're going
Alien.
What?
Is it an alien?
No, it's not an alien.
Pile of poo?
It's a face blowing a kiss.
It's a kissing one.
I was gonna say.
The kissing one.
And the last one is the
But
heart.
only in Spain, we don't throw kisses in Germany with emojis.
Okay, what emoji symbol will you not find anymore? Come on, anyone? Come on, something to do with gun control?
Harvey Weinstein.
Gun.
The gun.
Gun.
the
It's not an
revolver.
emoji of Harvey Weinstein.
Was there
Is it a
one?
gun?
It's a
The
gun,
You
yeah.
won't find the gun anymore.
Yeah, you will not find an emoji gun.
They
You will
sold out.
It's
Sold
been
out.
replaced by what?
A flower.
No, a water pistol.
Ah.
Okay, and finally on the emoji question, what is one of the least used emojis?
Tongue.
Oh God. No, I don't know how I'm going to keep you lot in order. It's not. It is actually a man in a business suit levitating.
I use that one all the time.
Yeah. Okay, right. I'm going to move on from emojis. I've had enough of emojis. They're Amazon. Why are Amazon in the news? Anyone?
They are Amazon, the company,
Yeah.
are suing the rainforest for using their name.
Nice.
No, that's not true. Come on. Anyone else? John?
Sorry.
Please don't laugh at Chris's jokes like that.
I try not to. I don't know.
No,
Amazon?
this is all sorts, isn't it? There's strikes and all sorts going on in Amazon.
That's right. Yeah, that's correct. I'll give
But
you
there
half
seems
a
to be
point.
strikes everywhere.
It's
They-
because,
they
it's
had-
because of Ronaldo again, isn't it?
No, it's not. It was two things. They're on strike, and it's coincided with
Prime Day.
Exactly. What is Prime Day?
They sold 100 million products in one day.
Very good.
Yeah, they're
Very good. Where are they Where are they in strike? On striking? Where were you born,
Spain.
Krystyna?
Oh, in Germany.
Exactly. Good half point there. Where were you born, Jordi?
England.
They're not on strike there. Where was your father born?
Paris.
You said it was a Spanish family.
No, I told you he was Catalan.
Okay. Where are we doing this recording?
Barcelona.
Yeah, they are in strike in Barcelona too,
Okay.
and
They've
also in
built a new
Poland.
building, haven't they?
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
true.
They what?
They've only just built that nice big building out by the airport. They'll have to use it for something else now.
Is it a nice big building?
It's huge.
Okay, well they're on strike there. They're on strike there, and what are? This is some good trivia on Amazon, to be honest with you. What does the average? Why are they on strike? First of all, why are they on strike?
It's going to be not enough pay.
Yeah, well, they want better working conditions and so forth. What does the average Amazon employee earn in a year?
16,000 euros.
Actually, in the States, it's $28,000,
Wow.
which is probably about 16,000.
Exactly that.
And the Amazon CEO, how long does it take him to earn that?
A second.
I think
2
it's
minutes?
just
It's less than 2 minutes.
Wow.
It's more than
1
1
minute.
second. It's what?
Okay, so 30 seconds.
It's 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
10 seconds to earn that. My God, he's
I would go
got
on
a
strike
hard.
too.
Well, he's got a hard
Wow.
job.
Well, what's
it's
it-
a
what's
hard
it-
10 seconds.
Well,
Let's be
yeah, it's a
fair.
hard 10
Yeah.
seconds. What's his name for a bonus point?
Well, that's what he has to remember in the 10 seconds. as well.
His name is
That's why he's
Jeff
paid so much.
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
And he is the first man in history to be worth 150 billion. And they've said that if he just shared half of his wealth with his 566,000 employees, they'd each get $231,449 a year.
But
They'd
they'd
stop working.
They'd stop working.
They'd stop working. So,
We'd have to go and see Jeff Jobrigat.
so that is basically the whole Amazon problem in a nutshell. They'd stop working, and that's why Jeff hasn't given them half his money. Okay, a bit of trivia here. Can anyone name me? You'll like some of these, Chris. Can anyone name me some of Amazon's best-selling deals so far from Prime Day?
I think it's the squidgy emoji poo.
The great.
No, you get a
The
point.
Groji.
You get a
Squidgy
point. I'm
Groji.
sorry, you get it. Like, you've run that joke too far. You get a point taken away from you for emoji.
It's going to be a TV. It's always a TV.
Can you give you half a point? A TV is on there, yeah, but it's a Philips Lumia Prestige hair removal device.
Okay.
I thought you might like that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's number 3, 47% discount on that one, Chris.
I'll get one.
Yeah, you're not too
Good
late.
deal.
What is what's 21% off? It's a Dyson Cinetic Big Ball vacuum cleaner.
Okay, yes. It's,
Okay.
So I'm not going to make any
You still
jokes.
can't afford those.
And there's a cordless combi drill and a hot water thermostat. They're the main offers.
That's
Okay.
cool.
So
I heard that the offers. Someone's complaining that the offers are not what they seem. There's a big
Exactly.
scandal with this. But I was like, but that's like every special offer ever made.
Yeah.
So like a hair
They've
removal
never-
device doesn't actually remove any hair, perhaps, no?
I'm sure it removes hair.
Okay, that's the end of the Amazon questions. The next one in the news, a bit more serious, this one. Let's see who can get it right, is Jordi Borràs. Why is he in the news? I'll give you a clue. He's a photojournalist. Anyone?
Well, he got a bit of GBH, didn't he?
GBH. Very good. We haven't heard that for a while. What is GBH? Anyone know? Chris, what is GBH? Would you like to explain what GBH is?
Oh, it's the technical term is grievous bodily harm.
Exactly. You get a point for that. And why has Jordi Borràs been inflicted with GBH? Anyone? Bonus point?
He got beaten up in Barcelona.
He got beaten up in Barcelona. We're going to give you a half a point for that. Anyone want to enlarge upon this, allegedly? Who hit him?
Yes.
By a
Nobody's-
Spanish cop.
He
Nobody's really
specialized
sure.
on photographing extreme right-wing Spanish people,
Yeah.
Right.
and they beat him up in exchange.
Somebody beat him up.
Yeah,
and
police officer.
You get allegedly a police officer.
No, he identified himself
okay.
as a
Yeah.
police officer. He's
He
not
i-
alleged.
He had a
he
proper badge.
identified himself
He
as a
alleged.
police
And the police and
He
the
alleged
Spanish
himself
police
to
have
be.
said, yes, he is a Spanish police
officer. Right,
officer.
we're going to give you a full point for that.
Thank you very
total
much.
disclosure. And that's what happened, which is pretty.
They're not sure really what happened, though, are they? Because they said that the policeman said, "Long live Spain" and "Long live this," and then Borràs shouted,
F off
free-
the police and
"Oh, I don't know. It's
off the
F something something something." So
Yeah,
free
yeah.
the police and free Spain. So he sounds nice.
So,
Wait,
yeah,
that's not
they're
that.
trying to investigate further. Whether they actually get to investigate it properly, all will be seen. Okay, next in the news is also two very famous. I've got it down as two ladies, but actually I think there's a guy in here as well. Santa Maria versus Cospedal.
Do you know which one the lady is? That's the question for a bonus point. Anybody?
That's
always a
not
guy
the
in there.
question. The question is, it says here that these two are in the news, Santa Maria versus Cospedal, as the La Ultima Venganza.
Fight. It's fight night.
Fight night, yeah. Why are they in the
Fight
news?
Club.
Fight Club. Why are they in the news, Krystyna?
Well, they're fighting over the leadership of the conservative, how do you call it, People's Party in English. But
Right.
actually,
Yeah,
there is a man in the middle, Mr. Casado,
Yes.
who's also been in the news before because of his great master thesis and all kinds of stuff.
Fantastic. How many master's degrees does he have? by the
Oh,
way?
yes,
About 5 or 6?
numerous, numerous.
How many-
And he did
how
them
many
all
did
in
he
one
buy?
year.
How
Yeah,
many
he
did
did them
he
all in
buy?
1 year.
Allegedly, he did them all in 1 year.
You did it all in 1 year. Of course it did.
Allegedly,
And the
he-
key word is allegedly.
allegedly,
Send off the paper,
Allegedly, I
that's
think he
fine.
did one that was supposed to have been at Harvard, but it was in 4 days in Adavac. The reason is that these two are in the news because they are fighting still. Well, actually, no, Cospedal is out of the running. It's Santa Maria versus Cospedal because Cospedal has an obsession to frenar Santa Maria. So it's the battle to become the next leader of the Party Popular.
Yeah. How do you say that? What's the abbreviation?
Popular Party, the PP. I said it here before.
I do
PP.
feel yes. I
Yeah.
think we have to say PP. Just in
Chavi
honour of
was
Chavi.
here. Chavi would be enjoying
The PP.
Okay,
PP, yeah.
straight on to the next item in the news. Resagas. I'm using it.
Risaga.
Yeah.
Una risaga.
Una
Resagas.
risaga.
Resaca
Very
is
good.
hangovers, no?
Well, that's
Resaca?
if I pronounce it like resaca, that's a hangover.
Yeah.
But I'm saying risaca.
Risaga.
Risaga.
Well, that sounds like you're
Resaca.
pronouncing hungover wrong.
That's a tasty starter, isn't it? The saga.
Actually, the
That
English
sounds like a risaga.
for your translation, Chris, it is a mini tsunami.
Mini tsunami.
right? Why are mini tsunamis in the news? Anyone?
They're
Quickly?
on strike for...
It has been raining.
Yeah, it has been raining. Very good, Krystyna. It's been raining.
It's been raining. I'm sorry. Thank
but that's
you.
not the reason that these mini tsunamis are in the news.
It's terrifying. You can get a tsunami now without an earthquake. So just the air changes and you get a tsunami.
Really?
So
Have you become a tsunami expert?
I have,
Yeah?
because it seems to me the world is trying to tell us something. And if you now get a tsunami without anything apart from a bit of air change, we're going to be in serious trouble, aren't we?
Okay, well, I didn't realise that. Mini tsunamis have hit Mallorca and Menorca tourist beaches. And the worst thing, that they've battered the popular destination miles from Love Island Villa.
I think this
We
is...
call that in German divine justice.
What?
You know?
Love Island.
That's the name of the show in Germany. I think it's wonderful because...
The name of the show, Love Island in Germany, is called Divine Justice. Or the
think
mini
it's-
Well, I mean,
tsunami
the
attack.
tourist beaches in
Another show.
Mallorca. I mean, that's It's
I think it's
like-
wonderful because all those
the world is
contestants-
trying to tell us something.
all those contestants could finally be swept off their feet. It's wonderful.
Oh, come on.
Chris, I think we're going to have to give Chris an extra
Can we give him an
point.
extra
yeah,
point? Because
definitely,
he built up to that.
Swept off their
That
feet.
was
That is
lovely.
terrible. One holiday maker said they were staying near the eye of the storm hitting Mallorca, and he said the bars got flooded.
In fairness, if you stay at somewhere
All the-
called the Eye of the Storm, it's a
Yeah,
clue,
the
to be honest,
work
that something's going to
finished.
happen.
Yeah.
All the beer was gone.
Okay, so you're quite right, Jordi, with the Catalan translation of that. It's actually a resaga is a meteo tsunami.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No.
Okay.
I thought it was just a surge.
No, it's by the
I
weather.
mean, in the Severn, the River Severn, that is.
Yeah.
I mean, they have surges like this as well.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, this is just a coincidence of high pressure or low pressure or something,
Well, it messes
along
with
with
the
the
balance.
tide.
Yes.
And they have these every year.
It's
Well,
the
it's-
bore, isn't it? It's similar to the bore.
Yeah, right,
What do
exactly.
you mean the bore?
Something we know well on this show. No, when you get the wave goes down the river,
Don't call 10
That's the
that.
River Way.
They are
giant bore.
Who's a giant bore? I'm not a giant. They are tsunami-like waves generated when rapid changes in barometric.
Air pressure. Just call it air
It's
pressure.
not air pressure. It's barometric pressure.
Yeah, okay.
bar-
air pressure.
barometric.
AKA,
Okay.
Biometric.
Now, talking about Love Island, I presume we all know what Love Island is. Chris, do you know what Love Island
I
is?
think it's an island full of love.
but do we know what love is?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Do we know any of the contestants on Love Island?
Barry,
Who?
Barry,
No,
Tony.
no,
There's
June.
always a
no.
Tony.
It's
Jane,
Danny,
Sharon,
Danny.
Jack, Josh, and Kat seem to be the ones in the news. at
Danny,
the moment.
Jack, Josh, and Kat.
Yeah.
Okay. How many of those are?
They're emojis, aren't they?
Okay, so
Pile of poo.
that's off. That is after that. I don't know what all that noise is, but after that round, round one, that took a long time to get that. The word wheel throws up
Oh, quick.
emoji.
Ooh, surprise.
Okay, we're going to quickly move on to round two, and this is a very easy round, Krystyna. It is I just tell you what the answer is, and you have to try and guess what the question was. And the answer is carrots, onions, and salad. Anyone know what the question could be?
What did you toss this morning?
Anyone else?
It's Boris Johnson's latest child name.
No.
Carrots, onions, because he's got Cassia Peaches, Laura Lettuce, carrots, onions, and salad.
When I come home from a night out, a few drinks, and I've got munchies and I want something to eat, what are the only three things my kids have left in the fridge?
Carrots, onions, and salad. I can imagine that could be the answer, Chris, but
Okay.
It's
Can you
not.
name three things that are orange or another colour?
No, just name three vegetables. Actually, it's proven that when you ask people to name a vegetable, I think 90% or something come up with carrot. So at least we got the carrot right.
that's probably quite a good answer, but it's not the one I'm looking
Yeah,
for. No,
I
the
thought
question
so.
is, what is the UK importing from Spain because of the heat wave?
Spaniards.
What they're doing
Well,
is exporting
yeah.
Englishmen, isn't
Yes.
it?
The answer is carrots, onions, and salad. And
I
this
knew that.
comes
Okay.
this comes from the British this comes from the British Leafy Salads Association.
I do love it. The British.
Blassa.
That's
No.
a joke in itself.
I do love it, because
But
they're
are
the
they
British
spring
leafy
spring
salads, not-
onions or spring onions,
No,
like
they
the
don't
fresh
get in. They
onions,
don't
or
get
like
in.
the dry
No, no.
onions? Because the dry onions, you can get them from Germany too. It's much closer than getting it from Spain.
Yes, thank you for that, Krystyna. Could you imagine?
Just a moment. The British.
Well, it's just a
just
pragmatic
moment.
question.
Tim,
It's the type of thing you bring up. If I sat next to you at some party and said, and you said, "What do you do for a living?" And I said, "I'm the president of the British Leafy Salads Association." And
That would be
start
kind of
doing-
question. Yeah, you adapt to the interview. Yeah.
You'd never hate that person.
but
though,
just a
would
moment. Carrots shouldn't be included in this association.
Why?
No, they're not leafy.
They're not leafy.
They are
yeah.
just
The
not.
British
Yeah.
leafy.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Everything's
And-
leafy
but
in a
the
way.
British-
And
No,
salad is
they-
above ground.
the
and
British-
You
carrots
cut off
and
the
onions,
leafy
yeah.
bit, and the leaves. I mean, carrot leaves.
Well,
Leaving leaf. The British Leafy Salads Association is really only concerned about the salad. They probably have just
They
thrown
don't worry
in their
about the carrots.
carrots
They're not worried about carrots.
and onions as well. Anyway,
That's
the
British
UK,
Carrot Association is
the
taking charge of them.
the British Leafy Salads Association said the UK crop of salad leaves was 75% of the usual yield at this time of year.
Wow.
Okay, well, I don't know how they actually monitor the
So
demand
what are they
from-
going to do after Brexit?
Oh, God knows. Nobody knows.
It doesn't actually.
Nobody
matter.
knows. We don't mention Brexit on this program.
It doesn't matter what they do because nobody eats lettuce anyway. Because
Exactly.
bagged salad is one of the most thrown away foods. in the
Bagged
world.
salad?
Bagged salad, which is great because you can generate plastic
Yeah.
and waste
Yeah.
and get
then-
fat because you eat something else instead. So it's
And
great.
they just chuck it all away. Okay, after that round, the word will throws up the word yield. Okay, and so you've got emoji and yield. They're two difficult words. Okay, round three. We normally get a little intro to round three, yeah? And this is the missing words headline round. The Spanish missing words quotation. We normally get two sentences. Jordi, are you listening?
Yes.
We get a Spanish one and we get an English one. And the missing words, first of all, is 2.6 millones de españoles dispuestos a pelearse por what?
So it's blank on my script.
Yeah, it's blank. You have to guess.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Is it their right to fiesta?
All right, Fiesta, no, it's not.
2,6 millones de españoles dispuestos a pelearse por el tráfico.
Well, actually, no. I should have done
Yes.
very
I thought
good.
I thought it was me. That's a shame. I'm disappointed.
Very, very
now.
good. It's por un riña, the trafficker. What's a riña?
Tussle.
A tussle.
Tussle, a fight.
Right.
Fight.
Yeah.
A tussle.
A scrap.
So
A
that
scrap, yes.
over 2.5 million Spanish people are willing to have a tussle for traffic.
But they're
I'd
fun.
be
They're-
willing to have a tussle for something else, but anyway.
Yeah. And well, they also.
lettuce again.
What else do they like here? I mean, it's called in the UK. We call it road rage. Do you have that in Germany? Is it called road rage in Germany?
Yeah, we have that too.
What do you call it in German?
Well, we don't have a word for it.
Well, why
call
not?
it
You don't call
driving.
it road. You don't. We don't use our word for it, do you?
No, we just. I mean, people get upset, but we are quite controlled people, so we just,
Right.
just deal with
well,
it.
We're not gonna pick you up
They,
on that.
they get
Well, you
enraged.
can. Yeah, I'm
They
fine.
get enraged inside their bimmers.
In their bimmers. What's a
Yeah.
bimmer?
BMW, mate.
Oh, BMW. That's
come
great.
on.
Yeah,
leave it
yeah.
out.
I mean, you can be a traffic pig.
A traffic pig.
Yeah, you can be somebody who's like really like kind of sitting in your trunk the whole time at 200 kilometers per hour.
In your bimmer.
Sitting in the trunk.
Sitting
Yeah.
in the
That's,
trunk.
that's a dangerous place to travel, to be
Well,
honest.
you
That's-
kind of
It is.
understand, you know what I mean? Like really, like if you there's people
you-
that are
oh,
really getting.
somebody's
your
boot.
trunk.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I'm
okay.
sorry, I didn't explain
No,
that.
no,
well.
no,
So
you
you call them a
Or
traffic
this
pig.
kind. Well, there are this kind of people that are just really pushy on the highway when
Just
they're really
rude.
fast. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, really
Yeah.
rude. Yeah.
That's no good.
Well, I find there's trolley rage as well in supermarkets. I find that in a supermarket, with British
Yeah,
Leafy Salads
yeah.
Association choosing my vegetables, people just don't move out of the way with their trolleys. They expect me to move out. Do you ever find that?
Do you need,
Yeah, of
totally,
course.
totally, of course.
you need to
find-
change the
Or
batteries
they're
on
just
yours?
standing in front of the.
They just
don't move.
Yeah.
They park their trolleys in the middle of the aisle
Yeah.
while they're looking at the
they
the
just-
coffee,
Yeah.
and don't let you buy.
Exactly. Well, I'm
Spanish
glad-
people are more fun though. They have a big scrap and a big fight, and then everybody's friends again, aren't they?
Yes.
You find it's very
Well,
rarely gets
sometimes,
really
yeah.
ugly.
Okay, the missing word, English missing words is, if you're careful with this answer, it is what a blank.
Okay, this is actually the headline. What a blank! This is this is taken.
Yes.
It's taken from the weekly Pistol and Bullet Times.
Nice.
What's the pistol
Very
and bullet
good.
times? Oh, I see what you mean, like a oh my God, no, no.
Is it?
And they're protesting the removal of the emoji.
It's a new blank emoji. Is it? What a man! What a man! What a mighty good man! He's a mighty, mighty good man.
Unfortunately not, no. But it's a good try. It comes from another classic Sun headline, Sun newspaper, okay? You know the Sun newspaper? And it was during the Trump-Putin summit in Helsinki the other day. And Trump was seen winking at the Russian leader, who smiled back and gestured for Trump to say a few words. And the Sun put, "What a winker." I'm glad I pronounced that right.
Just for the non-English listeners, Tim, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Why is that funny?
Well, it's to wink. He just winked, okay? And then...
It sounds like what I said about the salads.
yes, exactly. And this came after Putin had grabbed his chair during the famous Trump handshake. How does a famous Trump handshake go?
Is it a bit limp?
It's a bit
Right,
limp
it's the
because he's got
opposite.
small hands. That's it. It's a sort of like grab and hug.
Yeah,
and
kind
all
of the
that, yeah.
body kind of thing.
It's a body
he does
hug,
the
It's
yeah.
full-
a hearty.
Yeah.
He does a whole strong handshake.
He just walked in front of the Queen. That's what he does with that.
Exactly. Yes, he did. Yes, he walked in front of the Queen. Yeah, yeah.
Be a great double
I
act,
don't
though,
think-
wouldn't it? Putin and Trump.
I think
Imagine
Trump,
the Chuckle Brothers.
is
It's
going to
funny
get
though. I
the Nobel
didn't know
Peace
the
Prize.
answer, and I was looking at what the blank, and I was thinking in Trump. I mean, honestly, I thought we were going to talk about Trump. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
definitely
We
Yeah.
have to.
You
Yeah.
can talk
every
about
week.
Trump if you want, but
No.
we normally try to
He's
avoid
going
it.
to
Don't have
win
enough
the
time.
Nobel Peace Prize. He's going to
Yeah,
win
I
the
think
Nobel
so.
Peace Prize.
Yeah.
No, I think
For North Korea.
he has the he's a Marxist, isn't he?
Well, he's a winker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely a winker, but he's also a Marxist.
Who?
Trump.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But most importantly, the answer to the question was he's a winker.
Okay.
And after that round, the word will throws up a tussle. Tussle comes from the traffic.
Yeah.
Or tussling with trolleys. No? So round 4 very quickly. Round 4 is normally baddies of the week. I've got a baddie very quickly. Anyone got a baddie before we have some halftime music? Any baddies? Anyone been nasty to you this week, Krystyna?
Not really.
Oh, this is personal, is it?
Oh, it could be or anyone in the
baddie
news.
general.
Anyone
The
in the
Spanish
news.
cop who beats
No,
up
it's personal.
Jordi Borras.
You get a point for that. The Spanish
Oh,
copper.
thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else?
You can't give the same answer for every round. It runs out at some point. I
He's
like
not
the
like the pile of poo.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I mean, at least something so far has come out of him being hit by a policeman. Is that you get a point for the right answer?
Well, I actually got honked at a lot.
You got what?
Honked, you know, on the
Oh,
traffic.
honked at
so
by the road
yeah.
pigs.
You get
You call
honked
that,
at in
yeah, by
traffic.
French people on the border there in Jonqueras. They were very little patient. Yeah,
I
Yeah,
think
why
they
were
were
you-
celebrating winning the World Cup. To be honest.
no, no.
Because you know the World Cup just
I
took
know.
place, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know this. That was a good one.
John, any baddies?
No, well, there's a lady who won in Canada, and she won $1.2 million on the lottery. And
Why is
she
that-
was
why is that
standing
bad?
there with the giant check, and her nephew's name was on it as well. And they were both looking really happy. But apparently afterwards, she said, "I never told him anything," and she's taking him to court because he's not supposed to be a part of it.
Her nephew. That's
Just
terrible.
goes to show, doesn't that make you happy? Does it?
Well, that's terrible.
Don't
Chris,
trust your aunt.
any baddies?
Get it straight up
There's
front.
men. There's people in Magaluf. I never know
Not
how to pronounce
again.
this.
Not Magaluf.
They're taking. This is a new thing. There's another headline that said "the shame in Spain,"
Yes.
and they're taking videos
Right.
of women as they do the walk of shame, that going home in the morning, in the
Right.
same clothes as the night before,
Right.
and they're posting it on Facebook and things. I think that's wrong.
That's a terrible
That's a terrible
story.
thing.
Yeah. My baddie is a guy called Elon Musk.
Oh yes.
Have you heard about him?
I have. Yeah.
Do you know who
He's
he is?
the owner of Tesla
Exactly. Yeah.
and
uh,
SpaceX.
exactly. And he had previously offered to assist the rescue
Yes,
mission of
in
these Thai,
Thailand.
by offering a miniature submarine. And the idea was dismissed by one of the divers who called it a PR stunt and said he can stick his submarine where it hurts. And Musk, is it Musk? Yeah, Musk replied with some pretty outrageous comments.
He's accused him, yes, of some.
Yeah,
some fairly
accusing
bad
one of
thing.
the divers of not even a hero diver of being a pedo.
I have a real baddie I want to get.
Yeah.
Just it comes up to me that I think yesterday they informed that Libyan Coast Guard let
Oh my God.
a woman die and her
Yeah, I
3
saw
or
that.
4
That is
year
terrible.
child on.
Absolutely
They
terrible.
abandoned the ship that was
Yeah.
completely,
No, a little boat, a
Yeah, a little
lifeboat,
boat.
something,
They
and they
abandoned them.
smashed the boat.
and they left them there
Yeah,
to die.
that's a really tragic and terrible story. Okay, after that round, the word will throws up submarine, and therefore you have 4 words from the first half of this program. You have, if I remember, emoji in there somewhere, and what was
Yield.
Yield, and you have
And tussle.
Tosser.
Tussle.
And submarine. The submarine comes from Elon Musk offering to have a
Yes,
submarine.
yeah.
That was a bit of a sad last couple of stories there. We're going to take a very quick musical break, and then we're going to come back with some goodie stories.
Ma chambre a la forme d'une cage. Le soleil passe son bras par la fenêtre. Les chasseurs à ma porte comme les petits soldats qui veulent me prendre. Je ne veux pas travailler, je ne veux pas déjeuner, je veux seulement l'oublier et puis je fume. Déjà j'ai connu le parfum de l'amour, 1 million de roses ne m'aimerait pas autant. Maintenant une seule fleur dans mes entourages me rend malade. Je ne veux pas travailler, je ne veux pas déjeuner, je veux seulement l'oublier et puis je fume. Je ne suis pas fière de ça, vie qui veut me tuer. C'est magnifique, être sympathique, mais je ne connais jamais.
Okay, we're back for the second half of the weekly Noticias. You're listening to myself, Tim Parfitt. In the studio, I've got Chris Groves and Jordi Vilanova. And on the other team, I've got John Groves.
Hello.
And Krystyna Schreiber. And I haven't told you the scores deliberately, but I've been making a note here of...
Deliberate, very deliberate.
Very deliberate of how many points. I'd like you to try and guess, Chris and Jordi, how many points do you think you've got after the first half of the game?
I'm guessing I've got slightly more than John.
Yeah, how many do you think you've got?
I reckon it could be 2 million.
No.
No.
You just got a point taken away for such a stupid answer. Jordi, how many do you think you got?
A half point more than John's team.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you've actually got 9.5 points in total, which is quite good, huh?
It is.
And how many of you do you think you've got, John?
We've only got
Chris?
9, I think.
You are spot on. You've got 9. So
I'm spot on too. I said half a point more than John's
exactly
team.
So you get an extra point. So
And I
you're
was
now-
close, in fairness. I
10.
was close as well.
So you actually now get you've gone to 10.5 already for guessing that you're a half a point
Ooh.
ahead. Okay. Next round is round 5, and it is the goodie of the week round. After the last bad stories and sad stories, anyone got any good news? I've got one. Any good news stories happened this week in the news?
I got a good football story.
Go on then.
Chris
you know
is
that
gonna-
Chris doesn't
Chris is-
like.
No, but she will
You're
after
gonna love
this.
it.
She will after this, because Kylian Mbappe,
Who
the
the hell?
19-year-old Frenchman, who's a
Frenchman.
nice Frenchman, who made something like €500,000 for winning the World Cup, giving it all to charity.
We love that.
That is a great story.
He's been supporting the Premiers de Cordée charity, which helps disabled and hospitalised children into sports,
great.
and he's given all the money to it. So
That is
there
good.
you go.
That is fantastic. We like him.
Well done.
How
him.
much is he going to make on the publicity from giving
Well,
away?
he's just been mentioned.
That's just cynical, isn't it? What have
He's
you
just
got to
been
do?
mentioned on this show, and that's worth
That's
a hell of
a
a lot.
huge
Big
boost.
boost.
Yeah. Krystyna, any goodies?
Today is the birthday of a friend of mine.
Well,
And the family is really happy. Was really happy about it because it was the only boy amongst 8 kids.
Ah,
Wow.
nice. So, assuming
That's a
the
good
other
news.
8 were girls. Yeah.
Well, the other 7 were girls.
7 were girls.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
so, mhm.
and is he the
You're in charge of scores.
is he the eldest or the youngest or what?
I think he's the youngest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and-
because they were happy after 7 to the 8th to be a boy.
Oh, so like they had 7 daughters and then they had him.
Yeah.
Right?
If it was the first, they wouldn't be happy.
He was,
It's always the last one.
Do you want to mention his name? Do you want to say happy birthday to him?
yeah, it's just a Maria.
Okay, well, happy
Oh.
birthday to him, yeah?
Happy birthday.
Okay, and Jordi, any good news?
Well, I'm really actually very happy and proud
Yeah.
to be a guest on the Weekly Noticias.
We are delighted.
Oh,
Look at that.
that's worth points. That's
There's
points,
no points for
points.
that.
Nobody has ever being so...
Nobody's ever. How can that happen? How come nobody's ever said that?
I know. Why is that?
We haven't paid them enough, probably. Well, thank you for that. You get 2 points.
Don't give him points for that.
And I suppose, Chris,
Flattery is thrown. He can't handle the.
Chris, any good news from you other than not buying the hair removal thing from Amazon Prime?
I have. No, this was. I'll be honest. She hasn't done anything good apart from make me laugh. But I just wanted to get this story in somewhere. So there's a woman crashed her car into a flower. No one was injured. Okay, so it's a funny story. She crashed the car into a flower show. Now they thought it was a terrorist attack and all this sort of stuff. But when they went into the car, they found some notes stuck to the dashboard on how to drive.
Wow.
It said the first one is put the key in the ignition, put the foot on the brake. She had all these. So okay, it's not a terrorist attack. The police had, and this is a quote from the police. It is that the accident was caused by an unfortunate unintended acceleration.
Right.
It's not a good story, but I found it funny. So
We have the same sense of humour.
We're going to give you half a point for that. I think that's not exactly what we were looking for. The goody story I have is because I like to. A lot of people criticise me for not finding good news stories in Spain, and I think it's a great story because there is some Spanish researchers are quite far advanced in finding a vaccine to protect against all 5 strains of the deadly Ebola virus.
Oh, wow.
And I think that should be applauded. Spanish researchers, they're working on a vaccine against all 5 strains in what could be a world first in Madrid. And it's very effective viral antibodies, small quantity against the Zaya. I think you pronounce it Zaya or Zaya strain. So it's a great thing. I think that's brilliant. And so, quick trivia point on that. And can anyone tell me what an antibody is? Can you define an antibody?
A white blood cell.
John?
Antibody, I'm not sure what that is.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I was looking for. An antibody, also known as an immunoglobulin,
that's the new emoji.
is a large Y-shaped protein produced mainly by plasma cells that is used by the immune system to neutralize pathogens such as pathogenic bacteria and
That's
viruses.
exactly what I would have said.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. After that round, the word will throws up, believe it or not, antibody. So, to recap, you have from the first round, you have, what was the 4 words from the first round? Emoji, yield, tussle, submarine, and
antibody.
Now you've got antibody. Okay, round 6. We have to go very quickly on these. This is Spanish proverbs. This is a Spanish proverb, and I want you to tell me what it means. Okay, las cuentas claras y el chocolate espeso.
Well, this is really, really difficult to translate, but it means that things should be transparent as chocolate is thick.
Very good.
That's not actually true, though, is it?
That's not what it means.
Well,
It's see-through.
Cuentas
Well,
claras.
that's what it says, but it's not what it means.
but
sorry.
he's got the literal translation.
okay.
in fact,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
fine.
the literal translation. The account.
Sorry for being so
the clear and the chocolate thick. The accounts are clear and the chocolate thick.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is this
In
is
Germany,
actually
words,
chocolate is
things
more
have to
liquid.
be as
saying.
clear, as transparent, as clear, the accounts or whatever, because you can also say las cosas claras.
No, you
Yeah.
have to
Okay.
you have to separate business is business
and chocolate
and
chocolate
chocolate
is
is
chocolate.
chocolate.
Yeah, that's
Is that you
clear.
think
Because-
that's what it means?
Well, I mean, yeah, in
this is
Spain
what-
the chocolate is thick, and in Germany
Yeah.
it's liquid because we put milk in it. Well, actually, it's the Swiss who started with that.
I knew we'd get the Swiss in here somewhere.
But why is there a chocolate mirror? Is it like a chocolate teapot?
No,
A chocolate espresso. That's a mirror, isn't it?
no. I think we're
No,
gonna,
space.
Why would you have?
we're
I
gonna
understand.
we're gonna give John. We're gonna give Jordi the point for that because his literal translation was correct
This is
and your
what
definition.
no Spanish politician has ever said this.
It's another one of our famous proverbs that nobody's.
But as you mentioned Swedish proverbs, or you mentioned the word Swedish.
No, she
No,
said
I said
Swiss.
Swiss.
Okay,
Swiss.
oh,
But they're
right.
the
Swiss,
same.
Swiss.
Swiss. I'm just changing
Yeah.
it. I always like to
Always
get
the same.
For some
yeah,
reason,
sure.
we have Swedish connections on this show. And we're going to test Jordi to see if he gets 2 extra bonus points for Swedish proverbs. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but one says "ga som gatten gring grott."
I'm guessing you're not saying it right.
Yes.
I can guarantee he's not saying it right. Come again, mate.
Okay, it says "ga som gatten gring het grott."
Oh, yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what it means. It means a Swede doesn't beat about the bush. He walks like the cat around hot porridge.
Like a cat around hot porridge.
Yes.
You said all that in those few words.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Just a moment. Can you come back to me with that?
Yes.
Veka's
Now,
on the
you want
line.
me to
No,
come
in
into-
English. In English.
It's a Swede. Well, actually, I think I may have got it wrong. The proverb, literal translation is "he walks like the cat around hot porridge," and that is "ga som gatten gring het grott." So het grott is obviously the porridge.
Guys, an A with a little O on the top, right?
Exactly,
That's
yeah,
pronounced gore.
Okay.
Okay.
And if a Swede is hungover, what is he? He's he har it.
Und ich har it.
Yeah, his hair hurts, not his head. His
Und
hair.
ich hoort.
Yeah, exactly.
Und
Wow.
ich hoort.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
No,
Okay.
that's not right.
That's hoort. That's another
how-
A with a little O on
That's
top.
how you may pronounce it in Sweden.
Yeah.
On the
Around
week
here-
in Noticias.
round here.
Okay, after that round, the word wheel has thrown up the word bush. We have to go very quickly. It's round 7 on this day in history. Today is the 18th of July, and I'm going to give you the year. It's not an easy one. Not a lot happened on the 18th of July in this year, but the year is 1938. Can anyone tell me what happened?
This is what happened tonight. I travelled back in time to 1938 to find out what happened on that day, just because I wanted to win the game.
Right.
And then I got stuck,
Yeah,
and I've been waiting 80 years here to give the answer,
yeah.
and now I can't remember.
Right, so you're wrong, John. Anything?
Wasn't that when Germany last got chucked out of the World Cup? Chris was doing that. Just saying.
Wow, I think it got kicked out in 38.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
last
that was
time
the,
you
that was
didn't-
the, that was the,
Group
how was
stages.
it since Hitler? Yeah, that was the most terrible Germany since Hitler. That was one of the headlines of a Spanish
sure this is-
newspaper.
But just a moment, are you sure this is 1938?
No,
not
he means 36. Well, it's 2 years
That's
after
not the answer. It wasn't the answer.
okay.
The 18th of July 1938.
Well, it's 2 years after the coup d'etat.
Nobody's going to guess what happened. It was a guy called Douglas Wrongway Corrigan arrived in Ireland after a 28-hour flight. And he had initially left Long Beach in California, bound for New York City. And guess what he did?
Flew back.
He never made it.
He
went-
went the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's why he's called Wrong Way.
Exactly.
I should have seen that coming.
Okay, we only have 5 minutes left, and so therefore the word wheel throws up after that round. Wrong way, and we want to now quickly, for very good bonus points, if you can make a sentence, both teams, out of the 7 words you have.
And only the 7 words.
Only, well, you can add in a few other things.
Oh, okay.
That limits it a bit.
Okay, John, do you want to go first?
Chris, I think, should go first.
Chris,
It's very
come
close.
on.
Okay, there was a tussle
Yes.
between my Uncle Bodie and a confused emoji after the confused emoji had gone the wrong way in his submarine. Look out!
This is exciting.
Yield me, Uncle Bodie,
Yield.
as he
Chris, it doesn't have
pushed
to
my
be a-
anti-Bodie in the bush.
Nice.
It doesn't have to be a poem, but it was actually quite good. Not bad. John, can you better that?
Mine rhymes. Emoji Day is here again. We must yield to younger trends. Don't tussle with those laughing poos. They are our children's friends. There is no antibody to fight technology like a submarine fights the bends. So don't beat around the bush. Just read the messages that your youngster sends. And if you're rubbed up the wrong way, remember, smiley face, smiley poo. Message ends.
You just had to get the poo word in.
That incredible. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you the final score before the final round. So after that 7th round, the fact that you both managed to get all the words in there has changed the score slightly because also Krystyna answered some brilliant points there about the birthday party. And Jordi, I think I'm taking a few points off from you and Chris because Chris was trying to go back in time. You've got, so the score before the final 8th round, John's still in the lead. Sorry, no, I got that
he's
wrong.
gone into the
We're in the
lead.
lead.
John
Gone
was
into the
is still
lead.
half a point behind you.
Oh.
John is now on 14.5, and Chris, you're on 15.
Oh, this is exciting.
Right, final round. You
What's
both
gonna
get
happen?
you both get buzzers,
Oh, brilliant.
right?
Oh, we get our own one.
You get your own one,
Okay.
and only one buzz, and this is the final round for the quick fire fingers on buzzers round. It's just random trivia. If you buzz, you have to answer, and then you don't say anything else.
Okay.
There are more billionaire residents in Moscow than anywhere. Is that true? What?
True.
So that's false.
It is actually true. Very good.
Absolutely.
Very good.
It's 3 times more than in New York. The most overweight population in the world is where? Anyone? No, it's not
US.
yours. It's Nauru, and there's no McDonald's there. Okay, these are very easy place names. Place names. I just want you to tell me if they're real or fake. Is it real or fake? A place called Cool. Quickly.
Real.
What?
It's real.
No. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's in California, USA. Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Yeah.
A place, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's
true.
fake.
not.
Moron. Is that moron? Is that a true?
That's true.
Yeah, it's in Mongolia. Silly. What?
True.
You just missed the buzzer. Yeah, that's true. Okay, careful with the buzzers. They've got to last till next week. Silly is in Belgium. Climax.
And there's the Scilly Isles.
Climax, is that anywhere?
It's just a rumour.
It is.
Okay, and the final question. Te puke.
It's Tepuke. Yeah, that's real.
Tepuke or tepuke?
Tepuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real.
But he said
right,
to pook. To pook.
Yeah,
say
but
Tepuke?
it's in New Zealand. And so the final score, brilliant, John. You just managed to pip them at the post.
What a
It's
score.
16.5 to John and Krystyna,
Well done,
and
Alex.
16 to Chris and Jordi. You've been listening to me,
At that. I'm gonna,
Tim Parfitt, with
Good.
Chris Groves and Jordi Vilanova and Krystyna Schreiber and John Groves. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We're back next week, and thank you.
Goodbye.